Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you 10 tips for a clean and tidy home. I made a video like this about 7 years ago and so many millions of you watched the video and loved it. So I thought it was about time that I do a new version, an updated version. So I hope you really enjoy it. If you do, give it a big like and subscribe if you're new for more content like this. But with all that said, let's get into my top 10 tips for a tidy home. So my first tip is to follow a simple cleaning routine. I personally feel that I wasn't consistent with cleaning until I was following a routine. I would just let everything build up, then do a huge clean before someone was coming over, and it was a real stress. Whereas now that I'm following a routine, I feel on top of everything, and if anyone was to pop around at any time, you know, the house is pretty clean because of this. And it can be really simple. Like I have 5 steps that I do every morning, which takes like 15 minutes, 5 steps in the evening, and then some weekly tasks and some monthly tasks as well. So you can find so many of these online, but I'll link my videos down below as well. And I've also included it in my book, but you can also ask AI nowadays and you can be super specific. You could say, you know, can you make me a cleaning routine for a busy mom that's only got 10 minutes a day? And it will actually make you a routine. So that's really cool as well. And because we have so much laundry in our house, being a family of 5, I also have a little laundry routine. So every morning I'll put on a load of laundry, and then once it's done, I'll dry it throughout the day, whether it be outside or in the tumble dryer, whatever it needs. And then I will fold it when the kids are in the bath and then put it away. And that means I can stay on top of laundry. And I also love to do declutter challenges once in a while, probably do it like twice a year. So you can choose a random month, say February, and then every day of February you spend just 10 minutes decluttering something different in your home, and you would not believe how much more organized it is at the end of the month. My next tip is to find and invest in cleaning gadgets or cleaning products that really work and that you love to clean with. It's a bit like when you treat yourself to some new gym wear so that you'll work out more. I find that when you find those cleaning products, it really motivates me to clean. And today I wanted to spotlight one product in particular, which is incredible when it comes to lime scale, and it is Viacal. Lime scale is a problem for the majority of people because where there is water, there will be lime scale, and this is how you can tackle it. This is the solution here. Viacal is the #1 against lime scale. Viacal effortlessly tackles the buildup of lime scale, soap scum, and watermarks in your bathroom. So if you've ever noticed a chalky residue on your shower head or watermarks on your shower screen, that's lime scale. And lime scale is one of the toughest reoccurring nightmares in a bathroom. It can stop your showers from working effectively, and it looks unsightly as well. So I'll put some before and afters here so you guys can see how effectively it works in our bathroom. To use, apply the product to the surface and spread with a sponge or a microfiber cloth. Let it sit for a max of 3 minutes for a descaling effect, and then rinse with lots of water before wiping it with a dry microfiber cloth to get a sparkling end result. I love to use it on our shower heads. I just screw them off, put them into the bath, spray them with Viacal for about 3 minutes, and you wouldn't believe how much this cleans the shower heads. If your water on the shower head is ever going in all different directions, do this and it will fix it. I also love to use this on our shower screens because it's amazing at getting rid of watermarks and it really makes it shine. But more than that, it also prevents lime scale and watermarks from returning thanks to its anti-droplet technology. This works so incredibly well even if you live in a hard water area like we do. We're in Essex, so the water is, I find that we do get a lot of lime scale, but this removes 100% of lime scale. It is just the best, so I would totally recommend it to you guys. And if you're finding it difficult to get motivated to actually start cleaning in the first place, then I cannot recommend to you guys enough speed cleaning or setting a timer. I know I talk about this all the time, but it's because it genuinely works so well for someone like me who feels like they're short on time. If I set a time for 10 minutes, it's only 10 minutes. It doesn't feel like a huge commitment, but you would be amazed at how much you can get done in just 10 minutes when you're running around like a headless chicken because you're against the clock. I am constantly surprised by how much, like, I can clean the entire kitchen in just 10 minutes. Or this also works really well on kids. If you say to your kids, you know, guys, clean the playroom, we're just gonna set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes and see how much we can get done. It feels like it's not a huge thing, but then once you get started and, you know, you're nearly done after 15 minutes, you'll find that actually if you're not done, you will just carry on because you're already in the flow with it. And I love this. I use it all the time. Also love to do a power hour. So this is when you set the clock for an hour and you literally try and do as much as you can on your to-do list, or you might say, okay, I'm going to try and blitz the entire house in just 1 hour. My next tip is to fold clothes so that the creases are facing upwards in your drawers. I know not anyone's going to walk into your house and open your drawers and see what it's like, but this makes my whole house feel so much more organized. And this is something I learned from the Marie Kondo book. I've been doing this for years, and I think once you try it, you won't go back because it's space saving, but it also makes it so much easier to find anything, especially for kids as well. I do this in the kids' drawers. They can easily open it up, see all the t-shirts, all the shorts that they have, and just choose what they want to wear as well. And I've taken it one step further and added drawer dividers as well. So I've got a few different ones in different drawers, but I really love the ones that you get for smaller items. So say like your socks and your pants and children's clothes as well. You can get these really cheaply online or from different types of stores, and it works so effectively at keeping a drawer clean, and also it looks clean and it's easy to find things. So I love this, and I think if you try it, you won't go back. My next tip is to always be decluttering. Have a basket in your house which is for donations or things to sell. It's so true that the fewer things that we own, the fewer things we need to clean and organize as well. And I love that quote, have nothing in your house that you don't believe to be useful or beautiful. And, you know, in a way I wish we were minimalists, but realistically, we're a family of 5 with kids and a dog. We do have a lot of stuff, but if I could be constantly decluttering, then it kind of minimizes how much we have. So I like to go through my wardrobe every 6 months when I'm swapping out seasons, see what I can donate, what I haven't been wearing, what I could potentially sell, and just have a good clear out. Same with toys, or I also love to do toy rotation for the kids. Put some in the garage and then bring them out and rotate them, and it's really exciting for them as well. And once you have decluttered, then you can invest in some clever storage solutions. So if you ever find items around your house and you're like, that hairbrush is always just randomly on the side, it's probably because it doesn't have a home, or everyone in your house doesn't know where the home is. So you might want to make everything have a place. And over time, we've invested in 2 gas lift beds so that they actually lift up, and that gives us so much storage under the kids' beds. We can see everything there as well. We've also now put in drawers under my son's window seat and under our TV unit as well to store blankets and shoes. And we've also gone one step further and put in storage like my gift wrapping station, because I had so much of it and I really wanted it to all have a home. And even our hidden pantry, when we were remodeling our kitchen, we worked out that we could put that, which is literally just storage for all of our dry ingredients, cans, and things like that. My next tip is to have clear counters and to make your bed as well. I know both of those might sound really random, but it is so effective because a bed takes up so much of a room. If it's just made, the entire room can look so much cleaner. And same with countertops. If they're really cluttered, the whole room just looks really messy. Whereas even if things are shoved into drawers, if the countertops themselves are nice and clean, then the whole room looks that way as well. And even when we were redesigning our kitchen, we put very few plug sockets on the countertops to avoid the clutter. We kind of housed it in like a breakfast station so that everything can just be hidden away and it remains nice and clean. But same in your bedroom, if you have like a surface as you walk in, as long as that's clear, it can make everything look so much cleaner. My next tip is to multitask, or to almost make cleaning me time. Now, I know not everyone loves cleaning, but I love that it's a visual transformation. It makes me feel super productive, but also it doesn't take much brain power. And what I mean by that is you can be listening to something and learning something while you clean. So I'll often listen to audiobooks while I clean, or podcasts, or I'll also call my sister to catch up with her while I'm getting something done. Or you could go one step further like me and share it on social media. I love showing before and afters on Instagram and obviously on this channel as well. And it really motivates me. Like, I know you might not want to do that, but it actually sometimes makes me clean when I don't even feel like it. My next tip is to get help and to delegate. Cleaning shouldn't just be one person's job in the household. You should get everyone involved, and even children. They can start doing simple things from a young age, like making their beds. Mine love wiping down surfaces and decluttering as well. You can reward their chores with a weekly allowance, or, you know, if they want a toy or a treat, something like that. It works so well, to the point where my kids now actually come to me and ask if I have any jobs that need doing, like if they're trying to save up for something, or they really want to get some kind of sweet from the shop. They'll come and ask if I have any drawers that need decluttering or anything they can do. And I love that it's making them more entrepreneurial, and also making them think, oh, you know, how can I add value to the household? And it also means I don't have to clean their rooms as much, and I don't have to do, you know, everything by myself. And my last tip is one that I just felt I had to include, and that is to give yourself some grace, especially if you have very young children. I found it so difficult to keep a clean house when I had 3 children under the age of 5. You can actually go back and watch those videos and see how messy my house was. There was like stuff everywhere on the counters, because it was so difficult to just get through the day looking after everyone's needs. I saw a quote once, and it said that keeping a clean house with very young children is like brushing your teeth while you eat an Oreo. And I think that is so true. As you're doing it, they're just making more mess. So just know that this is just that stage of life, and it will pass very soon. Like, before you know it, which is where I am now, you will have a clean house again, and they'll be able to help, and they won't, you know, need you for so much. So definitely give yourself some grace. Have a simple cleaning routine if you have very young children. So those are all the tips that I wanted to share with you guys. I really hope you enjoyed them, maybe learned something new, or are going to try one of these tips out. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, and also any other tips you have for keeping a clean home. I know so many people love to read the comments, so definitely put your tips down below and let me know, have you tried ViaCal? It's incredible on Limescale. I would totally recommend it, so I'll put some more info in the caption for that as well. But with all that said, thank you, and I will see you guys in my next video.